A very good day to our lecturer, Ponnoriza Binti Mahmo. My name is Harish Krishna Reddy Anaki Jai Prakash, and my matrix ID is 01DDT19F2070. And my team member Jasara Shanki Edward, his matrix ID is 01DT19F2081. Today we will be presenting our laboratory exercise 3 for the subject database administration.
So the scenario, user are the ultimate end people who will be using Oracle database. Before user can access the database, the DBA, database administrator, must create a user inside the database and grant necessary permissions. By just creating a new user will not make the new user access the database. There are necessary rules and privileges that must be assigned to the users. So now let's go to the questions.
Okay, first, login as system user. So in this, our user is sys@sysdba. Our password is 12345. So we have to connect. Then after we have connected, it will show connected to Oracle database 19C.
So the second question, populate the given department XYZ table as shown below. So as the table have given, we need to recreate the table. So for that, the command will be create table dept underscore xyz in bracket department ID where integer not null, department name char 80 not null, manager ID integer, location ID integer, constraint department xyz primary key department ID. So once we give this command, the table will be created. So once the table is created, we now need to include all the data. So as in the question given, it has given a table, so we need to give the same contents, same values. So the one, there are 8 rows that we need to create, and we have created each. The command will be insert into department xyz values in bracket the informations. So once we create all the 8 rows, we can need to check. To do so, we need to set page size 150, column department name format 830. Then select all from department XYZ. So once we give this command, the table will be, it will generate a table, and the table will be same as the given in the question.
So now question 3. Create 3 different users with their corresponding password. So this is that username as supervisor, manager, clerk. So password SPR, MJR, CLK. So first, our command should be create user, C ## supervisor, identified by SPVR. So the user have created. Same for manager and clerk. So C ## manager, identified by MGR, user created. C ## clerk, identified by CLK. So after we have created, we have to now check. So select username from all users. So when we select, these are the usernames. So when usernames, at the end of it, we can see there is a supervisor, manager, and clerk.
So the next question, from the created user, grant a different system privilege for each user. So as Arish shown, you have created the 3 users with a password. So now we need to give them privileges. Each one have a different privilege. So for supervisor, we need to give create section privilege. For manager, create table, and for clerk, create section and create table. So for a comment, it will be grant create section to C ## supervisor, grant create table to C ## manager, grant create section create table to C ## clerk. So it have shown grant successfully for each users for all the users. Now the next question.
So question 5. Try to connect using the 3 created user. So first, con as C ## supervisor. So enter the password as what we have seen just now. So then after that, con as manager also. So when you have gone on manager, it shows that manager has lacks create session privilege and log on denied. So there. So then we go ahead and connect as Clark, enter password, and it's connected. So for supervisor and Clark, it's connected, but for manager, it shows that we have lack of session privilege.
So the next question, question 6, login as system user. Then we need to create and grant privilege of creating a table. So first we need to enter username sys as we have to enter the username as sys and the password will be 12345. Then we need to create rows. So create rows hashtag sup at underscore admin. Then it will show create row have been created. Then we need to give the permission. So grant table to sc hashtag sup underscore admin. So grant successfully.
So question 7, from the role created in question 6, grant this said role to all users who can establish a session. Explain your output, identify the situation after granting the roles. So first, you have to grant C hashtag SUP admin to C hashtag supervisor. So once the grant is successful, grant C hashtag SUP admin to Clark. So grant has been successful.
So question 8, it asks for to update password for user Clark and supervisor. So to update a password, the command will be alter. So alter user C hashtag Clark identified by CLRK. So it shows user altered. So then same command will be alter user C hashtag supervisor identified by super. So it shows user altered. So the password has been upgraded.
So question 9, grant object privilege to supervisor by allowing to use the select and update for table DEPT underscore XYZ. So grant select update insert on DEPT underscore XYZ to C hashtag supervisor. So then your grant will be successful.
So question 10, it asks us to modify the object privilege created to supervisor to update, insert and select to table department XYZ. So the command will be grant select update insert on department XYZ to C hashtag supervisor with grant option. So we need to give a permission with a grant option. So it shows grant successfully. So Adish, can you go back? So why we need to give a grant option privilege? Because the supervisor should have the capacity to pass their privileges to the other users. So that's the reason why we're giving grant option permission.
So question 11, log on as supervisor, then pass the privilege to update, insert and use, select and user clerk. Confirm that the user clerk can now perform insertion and update. So first you have to log on as clerk, then insert a new record with the following values as they are shown below. So department ID 5, department name IT underscore department manager ID 100, location ID 2000 and 500. So then we first have to con as C hashtag supervisor, enter the password. So once you're connected, I enter the command grant select update insert on sys.dept underscore xyz to C hashtag Clark. So once the grant has succeeded, you now have to con as C hashtag Clark. Clark, then enter the password, and once you're connected, insert into sys.dept underscore xyz values, which is as shown in the table just now, 5 IT department, 100, 2500. So once we have insert, your row will be created. So once our row we have created, we have to check whether our row have created or not. So select all from department DPIT underscore XYZ semicolon. So once we can see the department ID that we have created is here. So it's here with 5 IT department 2500.
So question 12. log on as system user, then record all the object privilege given to supervisor. So what it asking us is we need to log in as a system user, then we need to remove all the privileges from supervisor. So first we need to log in. So cons is /12345 as sysdba. So it will be connected as system user. So then we need to remove the object privilege that given to supervisor. Revoke select update insert on sys department xyz from c## supervisor. So it shows successfully. It means those privileges have been removed from the supervisor.
Question 13. Log on as supervisor. So create a report that will display all the department name whose location ID is equal to 1700. Is creating a report possible? So yeah. So con c ## supervisor. So once you enter the password, we have connected. So select department name from C's department XY where location ID equals to 1. Select department. So there has been an error at line 1. So table of view does not exist.
So question 14. Log on as a clerk. So then we need to create a report that will display all the manager ID whose location ID is equals to 2500. So is creating a report possible as split. So now we con as c## clerk with a password. So it will show connected. So once it connect, we need to select manager ID from sys department xyz where location ID equals to 2500. But it shows error. It shows error because in same goes to the question that I explained by Arish, question 13. Both it shows error because privilege in question 12 we have remove all the system privileges, object privilege of supervisor. When we remove the privileges from supervisor, automatically supervisor don't have privileges show to show the record. So same goes to clerk because supervisor was the one who give the permission for a clerk. So when a supervisor lost his permission, the clerk also will lose his permission. So that's why it shows table or view does not exist. So now to Arish.
Question 15. Log on as system user, then delete all the user created to free up some space memory. So first you have to con as sysdba. Our password is 12345. So once you are connected, so we have to put drop user c ## supervisor. Then your users drop. Same thing for clerk and manager. So drop user c ## clerk. Drop user c ## manager. So all of the user will be dropped. So once it's dropped, you have to check back. So select username from all users. So username, you check whether uh, they have. So they don't have. At the first, in the beginning, I've shown there will be 45 rows selected. So now it's 42. So we have to remove the clerk, manager, and supervisor from the username to free up the disk.
So that's all from myself and Arish for the laboratory exercise 3. Thank you.
Thank you.